Welcome back everybody to a brand new episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the last episode and now we are back. So obviously we have our trusty drag truck, the rat truck. I don't really know exactly what to call it at this point, but we are done with it for now, like I mentioned in the last episode, because I need money. And frankly, this isn't gonna make us the most money. So I have actually gone ahead and bought something new. We are on the way over there right now, and this will enable us to make the most money that I think you can in RLS career mode. Now, it does take some grinding, so keep that in mind. But it may also mean that we already need to use our loan system. So if you guys don't know, in the latest version of RLS, which is public now by the way, you can actually get loans. Now, you start off with a minimum of, a maximum, of 50,000 beam bucks. And there are ways that you can upgrade that, so you can get up to like $1 million loan. But obviously that's gonna... But if you want to know how to get those loans, let me know and I can make a little episode about it, potentially. However, we are here with our brand new purchase, which is of course another D-series. Now, the reason for that is because deliveries are one of the best ways that you can make money in this game, like by far too, especially with the latest Italy drop. There is a lot of revenue to be made. Now, this one does have the petrol V8, not the diesel, unfortunately, but it is a dually, so we should be able to handle weight. Now, we need to get started quickly because the grind is long. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to show you the majority of it. I will show you the highlights and what I'm doing, etc. But I'm not going to bore you with just endless driving everywhere. But I will tell you now that after we get up to like level 2, give or take, we are definitely going to need to buy a new house and a trailer, just so we can maximize all of that money. But for now, let me just go back to Chinatown, get some boxes in this thing. We don't have a lot of money. We only have 34,000. And then let's just get delivering. Now, the keen-eyed among you may notice that we do not have police enabled currently, which does mean we can just run red lights, which I like a lot. However, the reason for that is because they were causing crashes. Don't really know why. Tristan and Raceless are kind of confused about it also. But it was causing hard crashes without any real error codes, so it's going to be really hard to determine. So if you are getting those pretty commonly, just go ahead and disable police. I will show you how right now. So if you go into your main menu and then more, in the Overhaul manager you will have a no police mode. You don't need a separate mod anymore, it's all baked in. Now, this will require a BeamNG restart. So do that after you enable that, else it just won't work simply. But that is how you do that. However, we are almost in Chinatown now. I wonder if we're actually going to fit through this alleyway. Wow, just about. Okay. Understood. That was almost bad. Oh! We're good. We're fine. Anyway, so let's get some cargo boxes, because that is 100% required. So here we go. It looks like we can get 2 XL boxes, which is perfect. I'm kind of actually really happy that it's not just a single, else this grind would take substantially longer. But for now, let's go down to the commercial area of West Coast, down on the south end of the city, and see what they have in stock for us to deliver. And of course, before I forget, let's turn on our fancy graphics. We're gonna go with light clouds today. I feel like the blue sky really does make this game look really pretty, and I just really like it personally. Okay, we are here officially. No crashes, so I definitely think it was the police causing that. But let's see what they have in store for us. So already looks like not a lot. We have some of that to the western suburbs, and then some Toro's tires. That's fine. We can get all of that. But I also want to see if we have any trailers that we can do as a low level? No, we do not. So we are going to be doing the basic deliveries, unfortunately, for probably a while off screen. So let me just grind that out, and then I'll bring you guys back when we start making some real money. Alright, there we go. We have just hit level 2 in the cargo delivery skill. So that's some decent progress, actually. It didn't take us too long. I think it took like 8 minutes, maybe? I haven't been doing it long. I've just been picking up packages as I've dropped them off. So that's actually not bad. We should hopefully be able to get some larger packages now in the commercial district of West Coast. So after I finish these ones off, I'm gonna go give that a whirl and see if we can get something a bit heavier, and hopefully that makes us a little bit more money so we can go buy that trailer. Alright, moment of truth. Hopefully we can actually get something that is worth some money. If not, then we're really gonna have to grind it out. But let's have a look. Load that one up. We've got 12 parcels now. Still not fantastic, but we do have one heavy load and a few smaller ones. Let's see. So these are going into the city. So I want all of these as well. I'll take all of these. And it looks like that's basically going to be it. And there we go. So now we go and pick that up. And let me just check my money real quick. So we're still at 36,000. And with a loan of 50,000, which is what we're probably going to be taking, it's going to be roughly 86,000 plus minus some money there. So we still are looking for a little bit more money, because the Chinatown expansion garage is 75, and we're gonna need that to have a third vehicle. Now I will say as well that Raceless is planning on making some trailers as part of the loaning system, so you can just go to like the trailer dealer, for example, and loan out some trailers instead of buying your own, which would be huge for early game. But that is not in the game currently, so keep your eye out for that, because that sounds like a lot of fun, and it would save us a whole lot of time. There we go, we are officially level 3, and now we've actually got some small trailers and medium-sized trailers that we can deliver apparently, so that's pretty good. There we go. And I guess we can kind of see if they have anything available. The first thing is first, I do want to do the $2 grand one here, because that's actually some really good money. And this one's going to the same place too. And then let's see what kind of trailers are available. So we are going to the industrial warehouse, I believe it is. So this would be the most logical to take. So I kind of just want to min-max as much as I can just to get the levels going. Ooh, looks like it's spawning in the trailer. Fantastic. So here we go. Let's go pick up all of our parcels. Now, I'm assuming that this can handle the weight. I know that those more expensive parcels actually are pretty heavy. So, fingers crossed that we can do all of it. Okay, I think that was almost all of it. Now we do need to pick up our trailer, which is where? I don't know if this is going to the trailer or not. Oops. Okay, the trailer's over there. Perfect. I can live with that. Which angle is it at? Are we gonna need to do a... Yep. Look at that. Perfect. Hook that one up. Beautiful. And I think that's it. And now we just drive, hopefully without any issues, to the commercial warehouse. Now already this should be paying us about 4 grand. And this isn't even the start of it yet either. Like, we are gonna be making upwards of 20 to 40 to 60,000, especially when we get our rep bonuses up. That's gonna be really crazy. Now it says I've missed a pickup. I'm not gonna waste my time and go and pick it up, because we are already so far ahead and I don't want to miss that time curfew that it's given us. So what we'll do is deliver this, come back, and hopefully we can pick up the original one and then some new ones also. I think that we actually missed out on the heavy one, which is unfortunate. Okay, so that's all dropped off, and that was... yeah, I don't think that was the heavy one. Oops. Alright, back we go. Let's get some more load on the go, and then hopefully we'll have enough money to purchase a trailer and the Chinatown expansion. Okay, so this time around we do have some more pretty heavy goods. This is going over to hot rolled ink, and it's not timed, so we're gonna do one of those and then the other one as well that we still have to pick up. And then with that, we're also gonna do this trailer, which is also going to hot rolled ink, which is perfect. So let's get started and pick those up. Again, I'm really hoping that this thing can handle the weight, else we are screwed. And I think that both of the big parcels that are going to go in the trailer bed are across the road, because I think that's why we missed this, because we didn't actually see it. If you can see that marker up there, that's where that is. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. I'm getting good at those. Pick this one up. There we go. Just like that. Is that fantastic? Turn this one around, and I'm gonna try and cheese it and try and go in through here, maybe? This might be a bad idea, but that's okay. Yeah, we are very stuck now. Fantastic. How about we just do one of these? There we go. Back it up. Break our bumper a little bit. That's okay. And narrowly missed the wall. Fantastic. So we're gonna go across the road and actually pick up our parcels that we missed last time, because I'm a silly goose. I had a feeling that there was more to pick up, but I was really hoping that it was all just gonna be part of the same package, but obviously I was very wrong. So it's fine, we can do it now. I'm just hoping that this truck can handle it, because the brakes were already squeaking a little bit. So yeah. Alright. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. I actually thought that the suspension was gonna go a lot lower than it did, so that's good. But first one is gonna be over to the industrial warehouse where we just were, and then second one will be to hot rolled. Now, I'm sorry if this is a bit of a longer episode. The grind is long, and I do want to show you guys that, so apologies for that. But if you like long episodes, then here you go. I mean, not a lot of action. We are just delivering, unfortunately. However, we need the money badly, and I don't want to keep any content away from you guys, because I don't know, I just don't find it fun. I don't find skipping episodes kind of thing and then just having 200,000 to play with all of a sudden. I don't feel like that's very real. So hopefully you guys understand and appreciate that the grind sometimes is necessary, even in content form, I guess. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy regardless. Here we go. We are at hot rolled, dropping off our final 2 packages, hopefully. There we go, and that is only 1,800 bucks. What the frick? Did I miss a delivery somewhere? Oh, I did. Oh, okay, the other one's over here. Understood. That's a bit silly. I thought it would have been to the same location, but that's okay. Here we go. That's another 2.5 grand. Now, we don't have crazy money, but that will total us up to 100,000 with that loan, so I think it's time we go and buy Chinatown expansion and a trailer, hopefully. So here we go. Now we do need to take out our loan first of all and eventually repair our vehicle, but that's fine. So let's come over here. 50,000 for 4 hours, and the payment is 1,300 every 5 minutes or so, maybe 10 minutes. So we do have to keep making money for a little while, else we're going to start missing payments really quickly. However, if we go across the road from the Chinatown garage, we will be met with the expansion area, which is essentially just a car park for extra cars. I think it's a little bit too expensive at 75,000, considering in hardcore it's 60,000 for that one, but whatever, that's fine. Turns out you can't actually go to the vehicle marketplace through here. You can only sell vehicles through here, so we have to go all the way back to Chinatown Garage and look for a trailer there. And boom, now we can check the vehicle marketplace. So straight off the rip, I don't think that we actually have the area that we need. We don't, but we can taxi there. So I'm really hoping that we can find something quickly. Okay, that one's 10 grand. And I think that's going to be it. Also, look at these tractor pulling sleds. Very cool. But I think this is it. I think we buy this one. I think it's all we really are going to need. We can even maybe extend it towards the future. However, we are going to need to go back. Let's taxi back to Chinatown. And then we can retrieve our trailer, I believe. Retrieve. Fantastic. That's going to end up over there, but that's okay. Actually, that's not okay. Let me put this in storage. Retrieve this. And now we're good. So now we can upgrade this thing a little bit. So first of all, we can get 4 extra large cargo slots. But can we extend the frame for quite cheap? Sort of. I think I am going to do that though. No, I'm not. Can I do this one? Is this one cheaper? This one is a little bit cheaper. We're going to go for the 30 footer. That's fine. And then we are going to add 7 cargo boxes after we sell our old parts, because I forgot to do that. So let's come over here. Sell all of this. That's only 5 grand. Ouch. And then add these cargo slots. Fantastic. Buy all of that. And then try and retrieve this. Oh, we have to repair it first. Ouch. That's fine. We still have a little bit of money left. Let's retrieve it and then get started with the deliveries. Hopefully. So in total, it looks like we have 7 on the trailer and then 2 on the truck. So what? That's 9. That's not bad. But I am going to try and sneakily do something. We might miss our first payment. The first thing I want to do is go to the rear suspension and then do some like heavy, super heavy duty. Can I do super heavy duty? Yeah, that's not too expensive. But let's just do that real quick. And then I forgot to do the front brakes. So we're going to go to wheel hubs, front brakes, and then we're just going to go race pads so we don't really overheat them too easily. Fantastic. So now we can just go ahead and start our delivery. But first, we need to find a way to turn around in here because this is going to be special. Oh, Jesus. That was almost too much. There we go. That actually wasn't as bad as I thought. So I'm going to turn off traction control because that's just going to not be happy with us. And then, if all goes well, we can hook it up. Fantastic. Now you may be asking why I didn't just go with the 40 footer, and this is why. Because the turning circle is going to be awful with this trailer attached. And I mean, we've ran into some serious problems back in the day with that. And I just don't want to go through that again. Now the next test is going to be whether this vehicle can even carry all of this weight. Because that's another big problem, because we don't have a lot of power. We probably have maybe 250 horsepower and not a whole lot of torque. So fingers crossed we can actually haul all that we want to. And there we go, we've already missed our first payment. Fan-frickin-tastic. Now luckily it was only $350 worth of interest. However, our interest percentage has gone up now. So we need to start making money really quickly. Alright, moment of truth. Hopefully we have enough deliveries to facilitate all of these boxes. Because if not, we are going to be SOL. So we have these going over to toll construction site, I guess. And that's 16. So I think we're gonna do that. With the bonus, it should be close to 20 grand. So we are already on the way to making good money. And this is a quite cheap one, to be honest. This is, what, 800 bucks per delivery? And we still have a small trailer. And also, it's a short distance, so it's a short amount of money. Now imagine this with, I don't know, say 2 grand a load. And then 20 boxes, for example. Now that's how you make some real money. But let me go ahead and get these delivered and then show you how much money we made off that. I will say that the truck does seem to be handling it quite well. I don't think it's too heavy. It's kind of heavy. It's bouncing around a bit. But not bad. Not bad. We're very limited on speed, but that is to be expected. Now, just from driving for about a minute or two, I can already see some upgrades that we are going to need to make to both the trailer and the truck. So the truck needs more power and a better radiator. That is for absolute certain. And then the trailer, we need to upgrade the rear shocks, or the rear end, essentially, the entirety of it, to a dually, because this bouncing, that's not healthy. One bad corner and that thing is bouncing straight into a car crash. So I think maybe if we have enough money after this delivery, or maybe even the next one on the way back, we might have to go and do some of those upgrades ASAP. Alright, but we are arriving. Didn't take too long. That took maybe, what, 3 minutes from the warehouse area. And let's see how much money we're going to make off of this. Huh. Wow, I did the math absolutely awful. That was such bad math. Incredible. Okay, that was my bad. You guys probably already commented that I did some awful math. But that was 10 grand. Not huge. Absolutely not huge. We did get a few bonuses there. But on the way back, we hopefully can go pick something up at Hot Rolled and just continue. Now, excuse the fact that I'm going the wrong way here, but I think that it's stupid that this isn't a two-way, considering there's a delivery point there. Okay, so I am on the way to the island, and we have done some upgrades off screen. So as you can see, the trailer now has the heavy-duty suspension, just so it doesn't bounce around as much. And then on the truck side of things, we ended up putting different front suspension, just so we can have a diff and make it four-wheel drive. And in regards to engine, we went performance stage 1 block on the engine, and then we also added a stage 1 supercharger. Now I'm hoping that this makes a good enough difference, especially with weight added, but I'm not 100% sure. I went up a hill in West Coast just now, just to get here, and it struggled a little bit, so I guess jury's still out on that, whether it's going to be helpful or not. Sorry, iSeries. Get good. Don't try and fight a trailer you're going to lose. But I will bring you guys back when we are at the cargo yard down there, and hopefully get some weight going on this thing. Okay, here we are arriving at the cargo yard. Now I do want to say I also paid off pretty much all of the loan. I think we have like 50 bucks left to pay. So that's super. The fact that we paid off the loan in one episode, huge. But let's see what kind of parcels we have. Okay, I think we're going to go for this. The industrial box. This is going over to the toll construction site. And we should be able to fill up the entirety of the cargo slots that we have, which is fantastic. Now, they're not very heavy. They're only like 700 pounds per box. But that should still make a pretty big difference. So I'm just going to turn around here very illegally. Don't worry about that. And then it should be across the road. Which again, we're not going to cut the road. We're going to do this the real way. The way it's meant to be. So swing a left into here. And now we should be able to see how this trailer and vehicle handles the extra weight. Didn't even squat, didn't even do anything, didn't even move. I guess the real test is going to be down in West Coast, where all of those hills are. So I guess I'm going to detour a little bit on the way to the toll bridge, just so we can see if this is enough of an upgrade, or if we are going to have to do a diesel swap. Right now, however, it is doing absolutely fine. No real struggles whatsoever. She is getting a little bit hot on acceleration, but I don't think we're going to have to worry about that, you know, towards the end, because, I mean, we're not going to be full throttle a lot of the time, maybe on those hills, but I think it should be fine. But even here, I mean, we have like roughly 7,000 pounds worth of extra load, and not really a problem. We're doing 40 miles an hour, still climbing too. I think we might be okay for right now. And of course, if you are enjoying this episode, please do like and subscribe. It does help out a ton. I'm hoping to reach 5,000 subs by the end of October. So if you could sort that out for me, that would be fantastic. Thank you. Alright, so detour has been taken. Now the real challenge is going to be those hills. As you guys know, they are pretty steep. This one here isn't too bad. Oh, somebody just hits my trailer. But the next ones, oh, as I go wide, should be a lot worse. So on this one, we're actually still climbing mile an hour. That's good. But these ones here are the real issue. There we go. See, we're going down, but it doesn't seem too bad. Let's find out if we can actually keep a steady pace or not. Now this is quite low weight still, so if we go down too much more in terms of speed, we're 100% gonna need to upgrade even more. So let's see. Can I launch from a stop? Whoa, barely able to go. So yeah, this pretty much confirms that we are going to need to upgrade our engine. Damn, I really did not want to spend too much money on this, but it looks like we're gonna have to. But anyway, let me get this delivery done, and then since we're gonna need to upgrade the engine, I might just give this entire truck a bit of an overhaul. Maybe change color, maybe some different wheels, see what's available, I guess. And I kind of want a front bull bar, just for whenever we can't actually brake and we hit the front end. I don't want to damage it too much because the repair bills are gonna rack up quickly. Okay, there we go. That is 9 industrial boxes dropped off. Those were 16,000, but we also got a level multiplier of 8 grand, which is actually way more than I thought it would be at this level. So if we can get this leveled up to like level 5, we are gonna be... Oh no, that's... Wow. You got the brunt of that. That didn't even hurt me whatsoever. I guess it was my fault, but they don't need to know that. So as I was saying, as soon as we get to like level 5, I think that's gonna be some silly money, and at that point I think we should go to Italy and stuff and maybe do some deliveries there, because I've heard that the deliveries in Italy are crazy. You get some silly money over there. I don't know if that's been fixed yet or lowered at all, but in 36 you were getting upwards of 100k easily per delivery, with smallish cargo too. So maybe that's the plan. But for right now, I'm hoping that Hot World has some deliveries for me, else we are gonna be having to drive a long distance. Okay, they have one parcel available apparently, and it's literally just one parcel. Fantastic. I am gonna take it. Let's load this up. And then I think we're gonna pick some more up on the way in through Seal Brick and hopefully get the same destination too whilst we're there, because I don't want to be driving around through the city delivering random things in this thing, because it's good money, but it's a pig to drive. It's a piggy to drive for sure. So let's make our way over to Seal Brick and see if they have anything for us there. Oh, okay, here we go. So we have even more deliveries down in the south of West Coast. But problem is, this is going all the way down back to Hot Rolled. but it's 3.5 grand per box. So that's a lot of money. I think I'm gonna do it. It is very heavy, so we're probably gonna have to take a little bit of a detour. But I think I'm gonna do that. I think that's a no-brainer. So I think I'm still moving apparently according to the game. So let's do that again. Load all of this. Pick it up, and then we have to kind of plan out a way because we are literally at the bottom of West Coast. And there's not many routes that we can take that don't have hills. So either we're gonna have to go for momentum or just figure something out somewhere because this is a lot of money. So let's just pick this up and then see our truck squat a little bit. Wow, yeah, she's struggling. Go this way just so I don't hit anything. I think we're gonna have to go for momentum. I don't think we have much of a choice here. We're not gonna have really any brakes. We're not gonna have much of anything going for us here. Now it wants us to go that way. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna try and just keep rolling. And hopefully make it up and out through one of these hills. Else we're gonna be screwed. We're gonna be really screwed. No, 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 no. Jesus. They don't take into account that I'm literally like 20,000 pounds right now. Oh my god, please make it. Please make it. Please make it. We're cutting it close here. Oh lord. Please, 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 please. Okay, we are chilling. I wasn't worried. You were worried. And from here on out, it should pretty much be smooth sailing-ish. All the way to Hot Rolled. It wants me to go over to the island. I'm not doing that. We have a time delivery over to Hot Rolled. I would like to see that being fixed though. But like, you know, priority deliveries on top instead of the other ones, because if you like following the sat nav, it's gonna ruin you. Okay, no brakes, no brakes, no brakes. There we go. Yeah, she is a heavy truck. She is not happy. But I'll make it over to Hot Rolled, and then let's see how much money we get from this delivery. Okay, we arrived at Hot Rolled. I'm going to try and go through here. It'll be pretty dangerous with all of this weight. But I think we should be okay. Yeah, not a problem. Just the braking side of things that I'm really worried about. Don't want to overheat them too much. The trailer ones are already crying for help. But we made it. We have like almost a minute spare actually, so shouldn't have been as stressed as I was, but it's okay. Now let's see. Oh, yeah. There's those brakes, okay. Let's see how much money we made. 47,000 in West Coast too. That's a lot of money. And our reputation has just gone up to level 3 too. So that's even more money, which, you know, I'm not gonna cry about. But I think I'm gonna go back to Chinatown after I finish this one more delivery. And then we're gonna upgrade our truck 100%. We're gonna put a diesel motor and we're gonna make this as easy towing, as easy money making as we can, because it's a good way to make money. But I can't help it. I need to go check to see if Hot Rolled has anything to deliver. It's almost an addiction. 20 parcels? Promising. Okay, so this is going to Sealbrick. I'm just gonna load it up. 3 XP. We do need fuel, like ASAP. We actually really need fuel. I think I'm gonna get that next to Sealbrick. And then from there, pick up the parcels and then do deliveries. But yeah, I'm gonna bring you back when we're back at Chinatown. We should have a ton of money to play with, so it shouldn't really be too much of an issue. Okay, we are back in Chinatown. Now it is time to upgrade this thing. We have made some pretty decent money in not a lot of time now that we have all of these upgrades and extra levels in the deliveries area. So I think it's time that we go over to Seep's Engines. Now I know we had that in in our drag truck, but I think we need it in this truck too. But instead of going petrol, we are definitely going to go diesel. There we go, that is steep engines installed. Now there's a few options. We can go for a straight 6, which is a 365 cubic inch. That is a big motor. Or we can go for the V8. Now I am really wanting to try out this inline 6. Just because, honestly, it's a little bit different. Nothing too crazy, but still kind of crazy. We're gonna try and go for most of the bells and whistles. I don't want this to be an 1,000,000 horsepower diesel truck per se, but I do want it to scoot quite well. So let me just go through all of this real quick. Now in terms of aspiration, we are very obviously gonna have to go turbocharger. It would be silly if we didn't. And I think compound turbocharger sounds the coolest. I'm not entirely sure what it does, but we're gonna find out real quick, I'm sure. Turbo count, that is 2 turbos. Wow, okay, interesting. Now in regards to camshaft, let's just go for a sport level 2. Now everything else, I don't really know if we're gonna need it. I feel like this is already going to be a pretty spicy engine. Let's just give it stage 2 internals on the cam side, or the head side, should I say. And then from there, I think we should be good. Giving us a new transmission too, which is fantastic because our old one was pretty dated, had 180,000 miles on it. But I think I'm happy with this. 41,000, not the worst. Kind of really still expensive though. I do want to see. Yeah, look at that thing. Oh my god. There's 2 of them as well. Can you see it through the hood? No, it still gets covered. Fantastic. So of course, let's start her up. Ah, she started up quick. Okay, she has torque. I don't think we're going to be struggling for pulling power right now. Let's go for a test drive, and then I'm gonna make this a little bit prettier. Put it into 4-wheel drive. We might need a diesel gearbox. Yeah, I think we're definitely good. Yeah, this is gonna be able to pull whatever the hell it wants. We are chilling. So let's go back and make this thing look the part. I'm getting pretty tired of the gray. And then we'll see what we have to do next. Okay, and here we go. Here is our basically brand new truck after what I did to it. So as you can see, we put some really big wheels on it. These are 19s, I believe, maybe? I'm not 100% sure, but then we put down this like chrome grille, I think it's called, in the parts menu. This looks fantastic. I love it. Changed the color, obviously, and then made the rear dualies a little bit larger too. That should help. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with this. This looks fantastic. And we also have a side pipe right here on the right side, paying homage to one of our old towing trucks back in the day. But yeah, I think I'm super happy with this thing. This thing looks absolutely amazing. Now it is time that we actually put this beast into some use. So I'm hoping that we can get some really heavy deliveries and just really test this thing out, because after all that money, I would really hope that it does well. I mean, we probably put like 65 grand into this truck alone right there, and then diesel engine, new paint. I actually had to go custom paint for it, so it was like another 3 grand. And then yeah, it was just a lot of money, but we're literally no struggles whatsoever right now, so I'm hoping that with weight it continues being good, and if not, then we're screwed, really. I can't lie. I mean, we're definitely not going to get the money that we put into this truck back. So yeah, there's only one way we can find out, and that is try it out. So let's go here. This traffic is just doing crazy things. What the heck? But I'm hoping that we can get something decent at least. So we have 12 parcels, nothing really that heavy, so I'm gonna make my way over to the cargo area, and here we should be able to get some larger deliveries. There are more available already, so that's already a really good start. Yeah, here we go. So that's already, where's this going? Overpass construction, that's not too bad. That is 8 deliveries. We do have another one that we can do as well. I'm just going to take that one. Now, one thing that I did forget whilst upgrading this whole thing that I did actually mention was the diesel transmission. So this car just seems to want to hang out at like 4,500 RPM. The gearbox just doesn't want to shift up for some reason. I'm assuming it's because it's diesel and it's expecting more RPMs or something. But that is definitely something that we're gonna need to do. And now the petrol one may actually help out when we have some weight, but as of right now, like just driving normally, it is painstakingly annoying just hearing it being at like high RPMs all the time. However, let's pick up our parcels. Quite a bit of weight, not too bad. And yeah, we want it to be way lower, but no real problems towing it so far. Now the route that we're going to be taking will actually take us through West Coast and all that fun area, so we should be able to test it out on the hills again. But yeah, this transmission is not the one. Okay, so we are coming up here now, and I'm not sure, but we might not even have enough time to get to the overpass too quickly. Here we go, let's drop that off and then quickly reverse it. I'm gonna try and get it into here. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Then we can pull out. We have 30 seconds. I'm going to try and just full fold the whole way. I'm hoping we can make it. I mean, we might, but we might not. It's going to be really, really close. I'm going to keep you with me regardless, I think. Yeah, well, listen to that high revving. It just doesn't sound great. 15 seconds. We don't really have brakes. Hopefully there's nothing oncoming. Bouncy car. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. 6 seconds to spare. Brake, 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 brake. With 2 seconds to spare. Look at us go. We're so good, and we've just unlocked level 4. And that's not bad. 30 grand right there. Look at that. Fantastic. And like I said, I need to upgrade this to a diesel transmission, 100%. But for right now, that is going to be me for this episode. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed it. I know it's a longer one. I know it may have been a little bit boring. But this is going to enable us to do some really cool stuff in the next couple of episodes. So thank you again so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.